because so many of the computers have not been working the way that mine works, I have basically just put all this stuff up here at the top that you need to do. So you want to scroll, you can highlight all of this stuff all the way down to the point where it says library animal and just hit Control R. So Control R is how you communicate with R. And then this, oh yeah, it is right here. And then R is going to show you a bunch of stuff over here on the console. So everything that you told it to do is going to come up in red, and everything that it replies to is going to be in blue. So if there's an error, it's going to be in blue and it's going to tell you. So the very first time that you turn on R to do this, you have to run this library animal, and this is the package that's no longer available, and that's why you have to do it up here. But you Control R here, and see then I get this warning message, so it comes up in blue, but it's just a warning message that it was built on an old version, so that doesn't bother me, everything's fine. Then this, there's like 4 things here that you need to change, and this is one of them. So you need to change the name of the file that you're going to run. So ours was and you need to change it right here as well. And then you're just going to hit Control R. So this is going to pop up, so it pops up in blue, but it's our data, so that's good, that's what we want. And then we're going to hit just basically every line you want to hit Control R. If all you get is the red, you're doing fine. If you get something in blue, you just want to make sure what it is. So now I'm just naming all the behaviors. And now they come up with all of our names on them, so we know that it's going well. And this is the other change, the thing that you want to change. So I told you that there's a time when I approach, so you need to know what time that is. In this video it was 1383. For our purposes, I'm just going to put like 300 or something in the middle, 350. You want to change it in both places, but that's the time when I approach. And basically the reason why is because I want to know the stats from before I approach and after I approach. So this is sort of counterintuitive. Over means over 20 minutes. So after 20 minutes, it's listed first. And then under is under 20 minutes. So the first 20 minutes are the under. So you just want to remember that when you're typing in your data, because you'll have, and some of you won't have to worry about timing stuff. Is there any? Yeah, some of you won't have to worry about timing stuff, but some of you definitely will, because it, you know, like all you guys know from doing the field work, there's these segments where the bird's acclimating, then there's the segments where the bird is after the 20 minutes where you pull the thing back, where now the bird is exposed to whatever's going on, and then there's 20 minutes after that we've pulled it back and it's not exposed to it anymore. So I want to keep all those stats separate, right? So some of you will have to deal with that. Some of you will be doing the social and the novel, and you won't have to worry about this at all. But for this, you do have to worry about it. So it's called, in the other project, it's called like before, during, and after. But here it's called over and under. And so then you want to, you're going to Control R after you change that. And then it pulls up my data, so that worked well. Now I'm naming the rest of this under. And again, pulled up my data, so that works well. And then I'm just going to go through all these lines here. And this is your data. It's going to happen twice, right? So this is the over data. So we pulled it up. So in the 20 minutes after I approached, he flew once. He approached in front of the cage once. He ruffled twice. He bill wiped 4 times. So that's data that you're gonna, for the practice videos, you can just cut and paste that out as long as you properly label it, which video it is and whether it's your over or under data. I'll be able to just go through and look at it really quickly because it's just 3 videos. For your actual project, where you're gonna be doing like 100 videos, you'll go type this into an Excel database that I'll send you. So now we're going to do that for the under. So before I approached, she hopped 14 times, flew 6 times, and that's it. Okay, so here's the other thing that's really important for you to remember. When you get to this frequency count, you have to highlight the entire thing before you hit Control R. If you do it line by line, it's not going to work. It won't work. The rest of it will not work. Will not work if you do not highlight the whole thing. So you highlight the whole thing and you do Control R, and now we're going to get the counted or the timed behaviors. They're called state behaviors, but so this will pop up. You don't need it, but this means it's working. And this is the last of your data. You'll get this little chart with all the state behaviors in it. And basically what I need is any of the ones that start with duration. So this says duration, feeder duration O, which means that in the over period, so in the part over 20 minutes, it's been 7.41 seconds on the feeder. This just tells you how many times it did it, and this tells you the average, but I don't need that. So then you get to duration, feeder duration under, which is 0. He didn't go to the feeder in the first 20 minutes. Then you get duration hiding over, which is also 0. He didn't go into the hide area after I approached. And duration hiding under, which is he spent 2.3 seconds in the hide area before I approached. So those are all the data points that you need. And then you just go back and start with the next video. Go through the next one and the next one, and that's how you get it. So, but all of your stats are going to come up here in blue, and then you can put them in the Excel database. And that's basically it. If you make a mistake, it's not going to work. Nothing after it will work, but it will have an error and it will say. So if you look at the error and you look at where you got the error, you might be able to figure it out. You know, like, oh, well, I got the error right up here, and maybe I typed in the name of the file wrong, or maybe I didn't change my working directory, or, but I mean, the scripts are written for you. So, and the scripts have been used. So I know that the scripts work. So if there's an error, it's because you forgot to do something or you did something wrong, and you can always ask me about it. However, I'm not always going to know the answer unless I sit and see you do it. So if you send me something and you send me like a screenshot or whatever, I'm probably not going to help you because I don't know what you did, because this works for me, right? It's not like we're troubleshooting something that might not work. This works for me, so I don't know what you did to make it not work. So if you have a problem with it, you're probably going to have to come in and sit with me, and I'll watch you do it. The first couple of times that you try to do R and that you try to do catalog and stuff like that, it's going to go slow, obviously, because you're learning a new skill. But once you know what you're doing with this, it goes by like nothing. It's very quick. And the videos as well. The first couple of videos you watch, like a 30-minute video might take you an hour, and you know, because you're going back and you're stopping and you're fixing things. By the time that you've gotten on a roll, a 30-minute video is going to take you 35 minutes. You know, just because you get better at it. And it's really not that complicated. It's just learning a new skill. And that's particularly true for R. Because it's very frustrating at first, but once you've done it 2 or 3 times, I mean, you know, all of my undergrads that you see sitting in here on computers when you come in here, like working on these things, they can all help you with it now because they all know how to do R, because it's, once you know it, you know it. It's pretty easy. It's just a code, right? And so that's pretty much it.